Good morning, everyone. We are here in Kyoto. It is not that early. I mean, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. And we're on our way to a temple called Sanjusangendo. I know you can't film inside of it, so I don't know how much of it I'm gonna get. We'll see how he goes. Oh, by the way, Stephen is here today. So we're gonna visit there. We're gonna visit Fushimi Inari, which is the temple with all of the torii gates, which you would have seen in loads of pictures of Kyoto before. We'll get to see quite a lot of that. And then we'll probably pop up to Nishiki Market before going to Arashiyama this evening. So anybody who's done any Japanese learning before would know that Sanjusan is 33, and this large hall behind us is the longest wooden structure in Japan, and 33 represents how they measure the length of the hall. It means 33 intervals between the pillars, so that's where the 33 intervals come from. The actual name of the hall is something like Rengoin. I'll put the name of it along the bottom here, but we commonly know it as Sanjusangendou. We read some of the blurb that they gave us when we picked up our ticket. So it seems like the temple was built in 1164, but then was burnt down in a fire. So in 1266, they then rebuilt it. And in 700 years since then, it's been renovated 4 times, just 4 times. There's a lot of temples here in Japan that get renovated every 20, 30 years. So for this temple to be only renovated 4 times in a 700-year period, it's actually not a lot. We just came in here and put our shoes in one of the areas. You can't wear shoes inside, so just remember that you need to put your shoes over there. We're gonna go inside now, no cameras inside, so yeah, we'll see you in a little bit. So I'm gonna put up a little bit of a spoiler warning here, because I think if you come here and you've not seen the hall, it's quite an amazing sight to see it first time. So if you are coming and you don't want to know what's in it, then just don't pay attention now. There is a huge statue of a cannon statue in the middle of the hall. It's 11 meters high, and it's a statue of a Buddha. It's a cannon statue. I'll put a little, actually no I won't, because there's a spoiler, so I won't put an image up there. It's a statue of a Buddha. Flanked either side of him are 1,000 other statues in the same style of this Buddha statue. The Buddha statue is said to have 1,000 arms. He doesn't actually quite have 1,000 arms. He has 21 pairs of arms, but they're supposed to represent 1,000 arms. And then he has 1,000 statues all the way around him. So 500 on the left, 500 on the right. So all together with him, there's 1,001 statues of cannon inside of the hall. It is an amazing sight. Stephen thought it was pretty amazing. Yeah, so he's nodding behind the camera. And it is an amazing sight to see if you've seen it for the first time. So if you did see the spoiler, sorry about that. But do take people and don't tell them what it is until they come and see it for themselves, because it is pretty amazing. Right, it is super hot, but we are gonna go and get on a train, which is hopefully very, very air conditioned, and go over to Fushimi Inari Shrine, which is the shrine with all the red torii gates. So I'll say goodbye for the moment, and I'll see you there in a bit. There seems to be some kind of festival going, well, sort of a festival atmosphere going on at Fushimi Inari. I guess it's because of the summer period. They have a whole load of festival foods out, like yakisoba, takoyaki, some ice cream stuff, and other things you can get on stick, meats and crab sticks, other such things. So Liam loves these. These are dango. They fry them on that grill in the middle, and then they sometimes serve them with some sweet sauce on them, but they're mochi, they're rice cakes, and when you fry them, obviously, or grill them, they get nice and soft on the inside. Right, we're here, but because it is so hot, we're going to be taking it very, very slowly. And for those of you who don't know much about Fushimi Inari Shrine, it is a beautiful red collection of buildings down on the ground, which we'll show you in a second. But the main reason why people come here is because of the red torii gates. So the red gates that you see at shrines around Japan, they have a mountain. There's a mountain behind. They have a mountain. There is a mountain here. and they have loads of red shrines, these shrines that they line up and they snake up the mountain. Here's a nice map of the temple complex. So you see right at the bottom there is where we came in. So we're about here. So we're gonna go up these stairs and then we're gonna follow this up here. And the two paths are gonna split. We choose one. It doesn't really matter which one you choose. And then you can see the path then follows the mountain up to a shrine at the top. But like I said, it is a long way up Mount Inari. So be careful if you're going to climb it. Make sure the weather's good and you have all the things that you're going to need to get up there. There should be some vending machines on the way up, but don't rely on them. Take stuff with you. So I lied, guys. When the path splits, they are sending you through the right now. This is new. Last time I was here, this wasn't the case. You could choose either path. And now they are asking everyone to go through the right path. This is amazing. This is where you'll see most of the pictures come from. In these paths here. The ceiling is pretty low. I'm not a very... Oh, sorry, that's a bit blurry. I'm not a very tall person, but it's not far away from my head height, the ceiling. And there's all these torii gates. On the side that you guys can see, because you're facing backwards, they have writing on them. I think most of them are either dedicated or lent from other temples. But facing the other way, you can see that there is nothing on the other side. So depending on whether you're walking up or back, you get a completely different view. On this level they have loads of fox emma boards. I actually think they're downstairs on the ground level as well. But people buy them and put a little inscription on the back and make little faces with them. You actually only buy them and they only have the eyebrows, I think. So maybe we'll go and get one and make a little inscription. Like big, huge, with like glistening bits and Disney eyes.
So demanding.
But I don't have the drawing skill. You have the drawing skill. So while Stephen is making our fox kawaii, these are the things that we need to put on it. So it's a byakko emma, and at the back we need to put our wish, our address, or the address, I guess the address of the person who we're wishing it for. Well, I mean, this is going to be ours, so I guess we'll put our address on there. And then our name and today's date, so that's what we'll be doing. This is what Stephen drew. It's awesome. And we put a nice wish on the back. I think this is sort of help for the family. And so we're going to hang this up. There we go. Because it's so hot. I love this little area with all of the little shrines. It's right next to a pond. You might be able to see out there. We'll go a little bit further so you can see it. I think this is where we're going to turn back. This is usually the point that I get to when I come to Fushimi Inari. I think it's pretty much a good hike from now on to get to the top of the mountain, which, as I said, is supposed to be beautiful, but in this weather, perhaps not advised that we do it. If you are coming with a big crowd of you and not seasoned hikers, this is the best point I think that you can get to, being slow and relaxed. It's not too strenuous, and it's a good place to stop and see something really amazing before turning around and going back down. About over there is where we climbed up, and the people will continue to go up that way to get up the mountain, and I believe it's somewhere up there where the top of the mountain shrine is. we'll pop on over and see there's buildings over there, and then we'll start our climb down. So these are the cute little buildings by the side of the lake. They have one of the shrine places where you wash your hands, and some people use the water to wash their mouth out as well. And this guy's just washing his hands. And a place here which sells items for the shrine. Candles, charms, and that cute little fox there, which is very, very famous here. And it's got a vending machine here for anybody who needs drinks, and a cute shrine. So for those of you who are interested, this is the continuation of the path. Looks a little bit like where Maurice goes, where he turns towards the Vise Castle, right? It gets quite dark up there. But yeah, it is beautiful. Another time. Everybody here is waiting for that one guy to get out of the way, and he's decided to walk up, not back. We are just trying to get some good shots on the way back. If you are trying to get good shots and empty shots of the tunnels, I have a couple of recommendations for you. First of all, come stupidly early in the morning. The earlier that you can get here, the better. The temples open really, really early generally, especially in Kyoto. So as soon as the sun comes up, get down here. That's when you'll get your best shots of empty corridors of the Torii Gate. Secondly, wait until you go down. We've got a lot more shots of empty tunnels on the way down than we did on the way up. Just bobbing to see the main shrine building before we're leaving. These people are ringing the bell, throwing in some money, clapping and then praying. There's a side shrine over here. And a stage building over here. They probably do some kind of dance performances at certain events throughout the year. This huge Torii Gate here is the main entrance into the shrine. We actually came in the side entrance, which is the one that comes out from the train station. This Torii Gate, but from the other direction, is one of my favourite photos that I've ever taken. I'll put it over here now. I just love it. That was a total fluke. It was a beautifully sunny day, and all the people in it just look like they're dolls. It's amazing. I'm not usually proud of any of my photos, but that one in particular. But this is a really lovely Torii Gate to take a picture of. And this is the main shrine fountain. You can see everybody washing their hands and some people washing their mouths before going into the shrine. We approach from down there where all of the festival stalls are, and that's the way that we're going to be going back. We're now back in the Shijo area of Kyoto. It's sort of the main shopping area. We went for lunch in Katsukura, which is the same place that we went for lunch yesterday. So I will leave the link to that vlog below or above or wherever the links go now, so that you can check out that vlog if you want to see it. It's a katsu place that does tonkatsu, so breaded pork cutlets. It's really, really delicious, so check it out. We are now going to head to Nishiki Market, which is a famous market here in central Kyoto, where you can buy a bunch of stuff, including fans, food, chopsticks, other sort of touristy items, but it's a really quite cool, it's a market. Anyway, we'll show you, it's loads of stuff. So we made it to Nishiki Market. This is a 5-block long market, and I think it originated around the 1300s. The first store was around the 1300s. This is primarily a food market, actually, so local foods, everything procured locally. There are restaurants, there are small cafes to sit down in, there are places that are selling produce for you to make at home, there's everything. So it's a really great place to come if you want to have a look at local specialties and try some local delicacies. I think this was fugu. I think many people might have had some fugu. Steven says no to fugu. If a proper sushi chef had it, it would probably be okay. Oh, I love these. If you ever sort of if you have a lot of space in your stomach and you see these candy sweet potatoes, get them. They are delicious. Very, very soft, incredibly sweet, extremely filling. Oh, what about that? Matcha and lemon popcorn. Oh, matcha and ume popcorn above it.
抹茶とほうじ茶と玄米茶とお茶のポップコーンになります。
These are sweet sesame seed, like cube things. They're made out of crushed sesame seed and they are the best. So we bought some goma suitsu over there. So there's all sesame stuff in here. This is goma dressing, which is very, very popular for people to put onto salads here. And they have loads of goma dressing here. This seems like a thicker variety. This seems like the more normal variety that they put onto salads. Oh, and they have black sesame as well. I quite like black sesame. It's really good. And then they have loads of stuff made of sesame. So it seems like they've got some noodles down there. They've got blend roast sesames, flavorings. I have never had fruit more delicious than the fruit in Japan. The only thing is I have never had fruit more expensive than the fruit in Japan, but that peach looks unbelievable. It also looks very, very takai, very expensive.
You might say it's the princess of peaches.
This is the stuff that goes on top of okonomiyaki and some other things. So sort of, if anybody's been to an okonomiyaki restaurant, it's the fish flakes that they put on top of okonomiyaki at the end that start to curl around when they get hot. We've entered into another section. It's funny that this one has a chicken picture up the top there, because over here they have a place that sells eggs just on the left-hand side and a karaage place at the end just by the road entrance. Yeah, there's just loads of egg-related places here. So this is another place which is serving Japanese omelette and also fresh eggs, so you can buy both here. I love Japanese omelette. It's a little sweet. They add some sugary syrup into it. This is really, really good. Pickles are also super popular in Kyoto, and you can find loads of pickle stores here. Like, these are obviously aubergines, and that is obviously a daikon, but look here, they have pumpkin. Liam would like this. This is narazuke, so a large cucumber in sake. What's sake leaves? It's like a strange translation. But as I understand it, this is a large cucumber inside of miso. So you buy these or smaller versions of these in matsuri, in festivals. The miso is sweet, and the cucumber is really refreshing. So it's quite a popular thing to have in festival season during summer. Oh, they look good. Oh, look, those ones at the top are sort of a little bit more like what you'd get at the festival, like a thinner version. We've come to the candy store. I do like this candy store. There's a few markets in Tokyo that also serve this kind of level of older Japanese candy, I guess. I recommend these. Squid crackers. Freaking love squid crackers. They're so good. Tempted to get a few of those. But often there's some other sort of candy at the back. Some like sweets and sort of the normal types of things that you'd expect to see in Japanese convenience stores. And they are all here. So stuff I would recommend is the koala bears. We like the koala bears. They're really good. They're like biscuits with chocolate inside. And if I can find it, I really like the Smarties, which are coffee flavoured. I'll see if I can find them. I know I bought them here the first time ever and they were really, really good. There they are. Ta-da! Okay, I'm gonna get some of these. I also love these extremely dense Japanese jellies. They come in a bunch of different flavors. They're generally sweet, berry-like flavors. They're really good, but they're a bit of an acquired taste, so get a small one and try it before you get a whole pack. Oh, here we go, we're getting to the good stuff. I've seen a few sake stores. This is about the second or third that I've seen, and it looks amazing. Price isn't too bad. Sake at home is incredibly expensive. Look at here for that huge one on the right hand side, only 10,000 yen. That's not too bad. There's lots of places down the street selling ice cream, especially at this time of year. And the Hokkaido Premium Vanilla on the left-hand side is my recommendation. Sort of more of a milk flavour, like a sweet milk flavour. It's really, really good. My actual favourite though is black sesame. I'll always order black sesame if it's on the menu, but it is an acquired taste, so get somebody else to try some, order it, and then you can try some. Orimashita. So that's Nishiki Market done. It was pretty good fun. I think we picked up some sweets. We were in the mood for sweets, so that's what we picked up. We're gonna chill out now for a few hours before it gets dark. We're gonna go over to Arashiyama tonight and see some of the stuff that's going on there. So I'll see you later. The cormorant fishing happens over here. On it has joined them. And there they go, they're diving. So this is the dragon pond.